Hi, my name is Eleanor and this is No Sweat Sweaters. And I have, after painstaking research, developed this process of knitting sweaters based on my measurements. And I wanted to share it and found that this would be the best way to do that. Basically what we'll do is create custom sweaters made to our specific measurements and use those to work the pattern around. So I want to get started first by showing you some of the things that we can do with this program. And I'll start with this Raglan sweater. This is a high-collared Raglan sweater. It has the Raglan sleeves here. They are not inset. And it has ribbing both on the neck, at the waist, and on the cuffs. Now with the ribbing, that's entirely up to you. You can use a 2x2 rib knitting like I did here, but really the beauty of the program is you can do virtually anything that you'd like. One other example is this vest. Now this is not a Raglan pattern, but it uses the same basic concept. And this pattern was knit, I live in Houston and it's rather hot, so we tend to use more vests than we do long sleeves most of the fall. And this sweater was knit with a cable in the center, and the patterns allow for that. I include a portion of the pattern where you can, if you like, add a cable. I do give a couple of cable instructions that you can add to the pattern, but you can make it as wide or as narrow as you like, dependent on your preference. And here is, this cable, by the way, had a cable that ran up the V-neck here. And another one similar to this, knit in the same exact way, different body measurements, but no cable going up the sides. So the design elements are entirely up to you. And I'll use this as an example of what can be done with this pattern. The very same pattern that I used to make these sweaters, the adult sweaters, I'm using to make this small child's vest. And the concept works simply, and I'll show you with this one because it's easier to see. We start at the bottom and knit our rib stitches, and we work according to our own dimensions, or the dimensions of the person that you are knitting the sweater for. And when we arrive at the armpits, that is where we split the knitting in the round and knit both in stocking knit, but using purl and knit stitches to get a flat portion here for under the armpits. When we get to this portion, I'm not quite at the end here because I wanted to demonstrate how we would bind that off. We bind it off in a way that you don't really have to do a common seam. So this just gives you an overview of what is possible. Behind me here is another sweater that is knit with a variation of the same pattern. The difference here is I knit it from the top down. I chose to do a turtleneck, and I used a very specific arm shaping here. We do have options to knit picking up short rows on the side, and that's just one of the other options that we have in our basic collection. Today we'll be talking about the Raglan sweater. So stay tuned for more information and details about how we're going to do step by step from cast on to bind off. We'll be working on a Raglan sweater.